Hey guys, and welcome back to this channel. In today's video, I take you along in a little draw with me video as I finish this illustration that I started. I started this illustration and then I realized I actually wanted to do a draw with me style video. This is the first initial sketch that I did for this illustration, and overall I was really happy with how it came out, and then I just did a quick line art afterwards just to kind of finalize all of the lines that I wanted to do. Okay, now that the line art is done, I like to then add my background color. I sometimes do the background color at the beginning, sometimes I do it right at the end, but for this one I did it just after my sketch. So the brushes I use for the background is a mixture of the dry ink brush, which I use to get the outline, and then I fill it in with the chalk brush, which are both PROCREATE brushes, so they're already on there for you, and I've not modified them at all, so they're just how they come. Now that the background has been completely filled in and I'm happy with the effect, I now go on to doing the colouring. I colour everything in now. Yeah, so this is me just doing the outline for the illustration, and for this I used the dry ink brush, but sometimes I do use the hard airbrush. It just depends on the effect that I want. Now that I have outlined and filled in all of the illustration, I go on to doing the different aspects of the illustration. So right now this is me doing the hair, and again I'm using the dry ink brush. I use this brush most of the time. This is my favorite brush. I love the texture, it's just gorgeous, love it. Then I move on to blocking in the white of the shirt. If I have any white aspects in the illustration, that's when I like to add the background color in before, because if you have white on white, it's quite difficult to see the difference. So I like to have a background color to kind of differentiate between the two. But yeah, at this stage, it's all about blocking in your colors and working on your color palette if you don't have a reference photo. This is a great way to get everything sorted out before you really dive in. Now I start adding the details and the colours to the face. I like to start off with the face because obviously the face is where the personality is, where the human aspect is. So I really like to get a lot of the face done near the beginning. So I added the whites of her eyes first, and then I go into the lips and getting the lip shades. kind of struggle with eyebrows. Like I do in real life, eyebrows in drawing form are not easy for me. You can kind of see here, it's kind of like a bit iffy as I'm looking at it now, filming these, but yeah. They're gonna be sisters. They're not twins, but they're all sisters. Now I'm adding some shading to the face. I love doing this because this is when she starts to come alive, you know, in like 3D. So I like to kind of keep the shadow on the like reddish orangey side than the browns, and then I'll take down the opacity a bit to kind of blend it more into the skin tone behind it. Here comes, like, honestly guys, my favourite part, well, one of my favourite parts is adding the loose hair strands. This technique just transforms the hair from being really flat to, I don't know, being more lifelike and more loose and floaty and lovely. I just love doing it, and I can sometimes get a bit crazy with my lines, but that's all right. We're all here for it. So yeah, I'm just adding these in. Again, it just transforms the illustration, I feel, into something that's quite dull to something whimsical and beautiful. Now onto the dreaded clothes white top that she has on. Considering I'm a fashion student, when it comes to doing clothes on this type of illustration, I struggle. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I find it a lot easier on a fashion illustration than this, but I do. And it doesn't help that this top is white, so it's quite difficult to do shading on a white top anyways, but I try. But I'm still learning definitely how to illustrate. Here we go, we're highlighting. The beauty of highlighting, you'll see now that I've added the highlight that having all those different colours in the hair just adds something amazing to it. I love it. I love having quite a harsh highlight in the hair. I did turn it down a little bit for the opacity, but I like to, you know, be like wham bam, thank you ma'am with my highlight, you know? I love it. Okay, and now I'm moving on to doing a little bit more detail on the earring because it's looking a bit flat compared to the rest of the illustration now. So she's getting a bit of love and attention. now that I've grouped everything together and flattened it and all that jazz, I like to add a little bit of highlight detail throughout the piece that I haven't done yet. So like in the eyes, in the lips, I like to do a little bit of a glow as if it's coming from behind her. And now I'm kind of just playing about with the background. Normally I just keep it plain, but I had this idea of kind of maybe doing like a little oval and filling that with a darker colour just to see what happens and see what it looks like. I don't hate it, I don't love it, I'm just meh about it, but I'm gonna ask my Instagram followers on the stories what they prefer and what their opinions are, which I love getting your guys' opinions. I'll leave the handle down below, and it's also popped up on the screen right now, so go check it out. You'll be able to give this lovely woman a like. And yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this draw with me video. I think I might do some of these in the future, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!